Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Ash and today I'm doing a quick review of the Skylia Prophecy on Xbox consoles. Now this was released on the 16th of the 4th, 2021 onto Xbox. It had previously been out on Steam and it's also out on other consoles as well. It's developed by Seven Raven Studios and it's published by Total Console, who have been gracious enough to provide us a copy to do this video, so big thank you to them. Now, this game is a side-scrolling action RPG that's set in a medieval fantasy world. Very much harkens back to the sort of old-school retro style of like action platformers, and it is hard as nails, basically. So, it says explore a dangerous fantasy world in this epic quest for redemption, inspired by the kill-the-player approach of the Souls games. And if you feel this type of game is too hard for you, you can make the game easier by completing side quests and spending money earned on items in shops. So, like it says, you're basically sort of like a semi-open world. You can go backwards and forwards between each areas, and then like the town while you're playing it until you get to the end of that area. Now, there's multiple enemies to fight in each of these areas, and then obviously in the town there's things like a doctor and an item shop and stuff like that to get health potions and stuff. There's also someone who gives you quests, which you get sort of money and stuff for completing while doing the missions. You don't have to do them, but they are there, and they are optional. Now, like I say, it is a really difficult game, but there are different difficulty levels from easy to hard. Even though on easy I found it quite difficult, I think on hard it would be excruciating, basically. So, but like I say, you go through the levels and you sort of end up at a sort of a boss encounter at the end of each of these levels. Now, the bosses are all sort of interestingly designed. I like that. Like the first one is like this ghostly floating ram head. There's then like a spider, like a half spider, half woman boss, which was pretty awesome as well. And I thought that was pretty cool. And obviously, as you progress, you level up your magic and mana. So at the beginning, you'd only have like 4 points of damage and 1 point of mana, but as you progress, it expands. You get more and more, basically, which is really nice. Now there's over a dozen different like locations and levels. It's got atmospheric music, and it's got pretty awesome pixel art, which is obviously retro inspired, sort of the old sort of Metroidvania sort of games. Now, like I say, this game is pretty fun. It's not without its faults. Now, I did find it threw you basically straight into the game and didn't give you a large amount of information about the controls and what you were supposed to be doing, and some of the controls aren't perfect, but they work pretty well. And then other things that annoyed me, sort of like the music's nice, but it sort of repeated itself a bit too much, and the sort of main character's voice when they're doing things after a while gets pretty repetitive and pretty annoying. But other than that, like I said, the core gameplay and the sort of style of the game is pretty cool. Now, this game is only priced at £5.79. It works on Xbox One and obviously Xbox Series X and S via backwards compatibility. And for any of you achievement hunters out there, dependent on your skill, you would probably get the first 1,000 unlocked within about 25 to 40 minutes, I would say. Obviously, if you fly through this, it's not going to be as difficult. It might not take you as long, but if you're not that good at the game, you may spend a bit long, basically. But the sort of the achievements aren't difficult to unlock. You would probably unlock 90% of them, if not all of them, by the end of the first area. So just check the achievement list before you start playing. But like I say, it gets better later on. It's once you started to get more mana and more abilities, like after the first area, you sort of get like a ranged sort of power shot, which is useful for hitting things from a distance and stuff like that. And you get more of these as you progress through the game. It's just getting used to the control scheme, and the one thing I didn't mention but I didn't like was when you die, it throws you back out to the main menu. Then you have to jump back in and load it to the last sort of statue you saved at. Now I'm all for doing the loading from statue, that's fine, but it just seems a bit long-winded to go right back to the menu to then jump back in. It should just be like load last save, yes, or back to menu. Do you know what I mean? It's slightly odd in that sense. But the game itself's pretty fun. Like I say, it's hard as nails. So if you like the games like used to be on like the SNES and the Mega Drive, you like a good challenge, then this is probably a game you'll really enjoy. 2D sort of pixel Metroidvania style platforming with side quests and a variety of enemies and bosses. So check it out. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. And like I say, it's at a really decent price point, less than £6. Can't be had. And if you're an achievement hunter, it's also a great game for achievements as well. But that's that for this video, and we'll see you soon for more gaming content. Bye for now.